Mary jumped when Dakota's door opened and one of the officers leaned over and addressed them. "Which one of you is Dakota Laurens?" Dakota swallowed. "That would be me." Without even a hello, the overweight, balding man pulled her out of the car. Her Lakers cap fell from her lap as he marched her to a second car where two more officers stood. Next to them, the female officer that had cuffed her seemed to have loosened the bun on her head, and she offered a smile. In an effort to ease the tension, Dakota lifted her eyebrows and tried to grin. "This is all such a huge misunderstanding." Dakota let a little bit of the South slip into her accent. Mr. Baldy held up a hand, stopping her, and nodded toward the female officer. "Is this her?" The woman stepped closer, tilted her head. "Who are Matthew and Cassidy?" For one brief second, Dakota's brain short-circuited. "What?" The woman simply stared. "Surrender to me?" The title of her last bestseller fell from Dakota's lips, and the officer's eyes lit. "I think it's her," the female officer murmured. While the officers exchanged glances, Dakota kept talking. After all, outside of writing, it was what she did best. "My friend and I are here for a conference. The Morrison is hosting Book Lovers Unite. That sweet little old lady simply misheard my friend. There's no bomb." She whispered the word bomb and looked around them. Her gaze met her luggage, which was strewn, panties and all, across the sidewalk, with more than one dog sniffing the contents. Now that has to go in a book. "Ms. Laurens, you do understand the severity of yelling the word bomb in an airport, right?" Dakota met the dark eyes of the only man not in uniform. "Well, of course I do. My friend and I didn't yell anything." "Mrs. Leland said you pointed to a bag and—" "I'm a writer, Mr. Hanson." Dakota smiled. "Mr. Hanson. As a writer, I tend to let my muse wander a little more than the average person. My friend and I seemed to have our luggage in the very back of the plane, and for a few minutes we didn't think it was ever going to appear down that chute. As a writer, I thought, and whispered, I suppose it could be worse. There could be a bomb in here somewhere, and we'd have to evacuate and wait even longer to get to the hotel. Well, my friend Mary shoved my hand away and told me to be quiet about bombs. Next thing I knew, Mrs. Leland, bless her little old heart, started yelling we had a bomb. That's all there is to it. I swear on Nana's grave." Dakota lifted her right hand and hoped her Nana wouldn't be pissed if and when she ever learned that Dakota buried her prematurely. From the corner of her eye, she spotted Mary talking with several officers. So far, the Florida conference was sucking ass. The Lakers cap caught his attention when she walked into the room and settled at the bar. As if knowing she wasn't anywhere near Lakerland, the brunette removed the cap almost the moment her butt hit the cushioned seat. Her sleek, dark hair wore a kink where the hat had creased it, and she didn't wear a stitch of makeup. She was beautiful. Walt sipped his whiskey and glanced at the never-ending pamphlets of patient care that were in constant need of revising, made a note, and glanced back to the bar. From where he was sitting, he didn't hear what she ordered, but the bartender brought a short glass with a few cubes of ice and a nice amber liquid. Walt stared into his own drink and grinned. Kink-haired Laker girl tilted the drink back, taking half of it down with one swallow. "Nice." The bar was busy for a Wednesday due to the conventions hosted by the Miami Morrison. The question was, what convention was Laker Girl attending? Walt had arrived at the hotel earlier in the day to find massive banners and the entire second floor of the conference hall filling up with pictures of half-naked men and women embracing. At first, he thought the competing conference had something to do with adult film. When he asked, he was told a writers' convention was dominating the hotel for the weekend. By comparison, the number of people at the conference he was attending was a drop of water in the ocean. Soon the hotel would be filled with writers, readers,